So hello, all. The next topic is not all who wander are lost. So this again is a very interesting topic because generally we equate wandering to some purposeless, useless activity, and there's an exception to this because not all who wander in such a way, are lost. So they are looking for some things. They're looking for an answer to some particular question, which has come up to their mind. So they're in seek of finding those answers. So they'll be wandering. So just starting with the topic, you can see that although this quote was given by J.R.R. Tolkien's in his literature, but even if you don't know who has written the quote is also fine. We have to get the spirit behind the quote. So this resonates deeply with human spirits, innate curiosity and inclination to explore the unknown. So it's again boiling down to the same argument that there is an innate curiosity in humans that to know the unknown, right? To explore the unknown. So these words encapsulate a sentiment that has been woven into the fabric of our existence, celebrating the idea that the pursuit of uncharted territories, whether in the realm of physical exploration or be it intellectual inquiry or personal growth, is a noble endeavor, right? So whoever wanders for such a purpose, it be it their own personal growth, they're looking for something intellectual inquiry, right, or a physical exploration also leading to some discoveries of continents, etc. This the such type of wandering is not something which is considered lost. In fact, you gain more than you losing in such a process of wandering, right? So in this essay we delve into the multifaceted aspects of this profound statement, exploring its philosophical, historical and practical dimensions. So we will argue that wandering in its various forms serves as a crucible for a personal development, innovation and evolution of human knowledge. So through such wandering we have come to the understanding that it leads to opening up of many unknown it's a Pandora's box, right? So first is philosophical underpinnings of wandering. So to truly understand the essence of the phrase, one must appreciate the philosophical meaning behind it. So at its core, the statement challenges the conventional notion that purposeless wandering is futile endeavor, right? So it challenges this status quo. Again, we're discussing about the status quo versus the new. We discussed the this similar theme in the previous topic also, that purposeless wandering is a futile endeavor. Instead, it suggests that the act of wandering itself can be purposeful, leading to self-discovery. It can lead to an enlightenment, and it can also lead to the personal growth of a person as well as society, and then the nation in general, right? So that is the core idea of this topic. So first is when we look at the search for self. So in India we know that there is the concept of self discovery. We all the purpose of human life is actually self realization. So we find such aspect of the pursuit of self realization by various tall personalities, spiritual seekers and ascetics. So for example, the great Indian philosopher and spiritual leader Swami Vivekananda, he embarked on a journey across India as a wandering monk, right? So his wanderings were not aimless, but aimed at understanding the diverse spiritual and philosophical traditions of his homeland. So the curiosity and the keenness to understand the cultural traditions, roots of one's own country, led to this whatever his spiritual realizations which Swami Vivekananda has given to the country, right? So through his profound wandering, he discovered his purpose in life. So spreading the message of Vedanta ultimately and promoting the interfaith dialogue. So this was one example from Swami Vivekananda's life, how this wandering was not a random wandering, it was for a purpose. It was uh, answering seeking questions for whatever spiritual diverse philosophical traditions he had, right? He's spreading the message of Vedanta and promoting the interfaith dialogue. So next is the wandering. You can also give the example of Mahatma Gandhi, right, who actually before beginning the freedom struggle he traveled throughout the country. He wanted to understand his own country before fighting for the freedom struggle of the country, right? So that is one aspect of you can say exploration, wandering, but that's not purposeless. It was for a purpose, to understand his own country, right? So next is the wandering mind. We talk about wandering mind, there's a quest for knowledge, right? So we know that the wandering mind is as wandering as You can say it's the most wandering element on the earth, right? So beyond physical journeys, the concept of wandering also extends to the realm of mind. So the wandering mind is one that explores ideas, imagines possibilities, and questions the assumptions. Again, the same old aspect of thinking beyond the status quo, right? So mental wandering is a cradle for creativity, innovation, and philosophical inquiry. So, for example, we know that Adi Shankaracharya, traveled, almost to the four corners of the country. He established his four matas, uh, north, south, east, west directions. But this was a more philosophical wandering, right? So philosophers like Adi Shankaracharya traveled extensively, engaged in debates and philosophical discourses across the subcontinent. So their intellectual wandering aimed at recording diverse philosophical schools and advancing the understanding of spirituality. So ultimately, we know that the Adi Shankaracharya's Advaita philosophy, that's the one of the most prominent schools also even today in Indian philosophy, right? So how did he establish that idea, or get that sound knowledge to build upon his ideas about Vedanta, Advaita Vedanta, is through his wandering understanding about the entire country. So when you travel, when you wander to uncharted territory, you get exposed to many such unknown cases, and then through such things you learn. So that is the basic idea behind this. And then looking at historical perspective on wandering, the notion that wandering can lead to profound discoveries, right, and advancement extends beyond philosophy into the annals of history. Many of the humans' greatest achievements and innovations can be attributed to those who dare to wander. Right, you have to explore the unknown. So generally, what happens? We are in a box, right? We just try to stay in those areas where we know, but entering or exploring the unknown, that is where the uh, you know, the new thing lies, new discoveries happen. For example, we know that in our ancient history, this Chinese monk, Buddhist monk called Yuan Sang, so he came to India, he studied also in Nalanda, right? We know all these things. So it was his curiosity to learn more about Buddhism, and such things. He came to India, he learned a lot. Ultimately led to the exchange of ideas between the India and China. So that's how Buddhism, in fact, he came here, he studied, he took elements, went back, and then that's how Buddhism spread in one sense, right? So that is how, from historical perspective, we can give example of the Chinese monk Yuan Sang in the 7th century of India. And then when you talk about the scientific exploration, we know that Indian mathematicians and astronomers have a rich history of intellectual wandering. The ancient mathematicians, Aryabhatta's, wandering through mathematical and astronomical concepts led to the discovery of main discovery, whatever we know today. Like we talk about Brahmagupta's zero, and we also talk about the calculation of pi and such things, and heliocentric model of solar system. Many such things which we are seeing today are all because of any discovery which we see today, which we're using in our daily lives. Just question it. It's all because of some intellectual wandering of some great personalities, right? This work continues to inspire mathematicians and scientists worldwide. So when the practical applications include, is not confined to the realms of philosophy and history. It has tangible applications in our daily life. So in contemporary society, wandering can manifest in various forms, all which can contribute to personal growth, creativity, and innovation. Very crucial components of growth. You can say one of the engines of growth. All these are, for example, in creative endeavors, we often hear the aspect of Rabindranath Tagore's literature, very rich literature. So in India, a renowned poet and Nobel laureate Rabindranath Tagore was known for his creative wandering. His wanderings through various forms of art, literature and education led to the establishment of Vishwabharati University. So it was a center for holistic education and cultural exploration. So Tagore's wandering spirit continues to inspire generations, right? So, and then talking about the one example from the real life, it was Indian entrepreneur and philanthropist Verghese Kurien. We know him as the milkman of India, right? So he embarked on a transformative journey. So basically, in the field of dairy technology, so it made India self-reliant in dairy production, the cooperative model, what we see today. Ultimately, the creation of white revolution in India. So that was the crucial contribution through his visionary idea. Again, linking to the visionary decision making topic yesterday we discussed, right? So Korean's efforts revolutionized the dairy industry, uplifting millions of farmers and making India the world's largest milk producer. So that is one example of wandering. So wandering in the uncharted territory with some quest to get the answers solved, to solve the unknown, to solve the problem, to understand the beyond. So then that leads to some significant discovery, some groundbreaking ideas. That is what the topic is all about. So when we conclude this, as we contemplate the phrase "not all who wander are lost," we come to realize that it encapsulates a profound truth about human experience. Right. So wandering in its various forms represents a purposeful and transformative journey. So it's not purposeless, it is purposeful. So from the philosophical pursuit of self-discovery to the historical expeditions that expanded human knowledge and practical applications of creativity, innovations in our daily life, so wandering is such a thing which enriches our lives. It has to be seen from that perspective. So looking to the future, again, giving a futuristic tone to the conclusion, this sentiment serves as a guiding light, reminding us that venturing into the unknown, whether physically or intellectually, is not a futile endeavor, right? So this always we must keep in mind. It's not a futile endeavor. It's a testament to our innate curiosity, the childlike curiosity which all of us carry, and to some extent, it gets killed through the process as we develop. So innate curiosity, the resilience, and the capacity to growth in a rapidly changing world where uncertainty is a constant companion. The ability to embrace wandering as a constructive force for personal and societal progress will be more critical than ever. So in conclusion, not all who wander, are lost. So they are on a journey of exploration, right? Self-discovery and innovation. In their wanderings, they chart new territories, unknown territories. They inspire others. There's exchange of ideas. It leads to contribution of rich tapestry of human history and progress. So as we navigate the complexities in our world, we may remember that the path of wanderer is the one that leads to discovery, fulfillment, and a brighter future for all. So, such a crucial topic again picked up by UPSC, that wandering in today's arena, people are entering the uncharted territories and doing things which are beyond, right? So, their own whatever nature, they're coming out of the comfort zone, such things. So, we all talk about many examples of startups, how groundbreaking ideas lead to some very useful daily life products. So such examples can be given, and the topic relevant to the topic, and it can be concluded. So overall, this was the topic of wandering. Right? Not all who wander, are lost.